What's going on, everyone? I'm Francois from Sony, and welcome back to another YouTube live stream. I'm joined here with another Sony expert, Jaron. Welcome, Jaron.
Hello, and Francois, as always, pleasure to be here. And again, for you all out there viewing this, thank you for allowing us into you all's homes from our homes.
And getting some technical difficulty, getting some feedback here. That's how you know we are live. So make sure you leave us a comment in this chat. We want to know where you're checking in from. We already got one comment in here from the NFS Gaming. Hi, well, hello, and welcome to our live stream. We're going to be talking about some gaming TVs, some portable audio, some digital imaging, and some home theater soundbars. So make sure you stay tuned for our entire live stream. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to our Sony Electronics YouTube page because Jaron and myself go live each and every month. And if you're interested in any of the products that we talk about, available in the link down below. That's where you find our Sony Direct store, or you can find them at your favorite retailer. But without further ado, Jaron, what do you say? Let's get started. Maybe some TVs?
Let's jump into it. And Francois, let me know if I'm coming through nice and clear, if you're still hearing that feedback. Either way, hopefully you all out there aren't hearing it, and we're going to jump right into it. Awesome. So let's jump right into it, and let's start out with the TVs, and let's talk about the X90L. So I know you, again, like to make recommendations to your families and friends about all Sony products, but this one in particular, because it's a great television at a great price point. And the one thing that I would like to call out, with this particular television is that it is full array, which means that it is backlit, and then it has amazing control over those zones, which is going to give you, the viewer, a lot of great contrast, a lot of great sharpness and clarity because of how the lighting system is controlled. It is also then controlled by the world's first and still only cognitive XR processor, which allows those lights to be controlled better, but then it also helps with your upscaling. So if you're watching things that are 720p or 1080p and lesser quality content, it's not 4K, this is going to make sure that it gets as close to 4K as possible. And for you all out there, who are you going to trust upscaling information? None other than Sony, because guess what? We shoot movies, we shoot TV shows, we shoot 95% of your live sports that are out there. They have Sony cameras on the sidelines or, in the arena. So it's a brand you can trust, and it's quality that you can trust.
And right now, the 75-inch model is $300 off, and the 85-inch model is $400 off. So it's the perfect time to buy the X90L. And honestly, Jaron, you've mentioned it. This is my go-to recommendation for my friends and family members because you're getting the best tech for the best price. It's powered by XR processor. Give us our best processor out there. It has our best color technology and a fantastic lighting system, which is our full array lighting system that Jaron mentioned. So when you're watching sports, it is a fantastic TV for that. Now, I see we have a gamer in the chat, and I want to mention this is perfect for PlayStation 5 as well. So any gamers out there that are watching, this has HDMI 2.1 support. So you do 4K gaming at 120 hertz. You have auto HDR tone mapping. You can also put a little crosshair in the middle of your screen to give you that competitive edge when you're playing those first-person shooter modes.
For sure. And I know out of the corner of my eye, I saw that it was talking about that triluminous. So again, not just a TV that's going to deliver color, but it's going to deliver accurate color, meaning that when you wear that game jersey of your favorite team, that it's actually going to show as if it was on your body. You're going to see it in that color, how the creator intended it for it to be seen. And I mean, that's what you want when, be it you're watching sports, you're watching your favorite movie, or whatever it is that you're watching. You want color accuracy, not just a bunch of color thrown at you.
Oh, I like this in the background. We got the chats live on the screen here. That's a new feature for us. We are live from home. We usually are live from the studio, but I like this new feature that we have here. So let's shout out the chat. We are live right now. We're here. Any of products that we do talk about, you have two Sony experts to answer those questions for you. But shout out Sophie, excuse my pronunciation, Sofiane Vision from France. Well, hello. And if you are
Hello, and thank you
looking
for tuning
what's
in.
going on in France right now with the sporting event, if you look at the broadcast cameras, well, we are the partner with that event that's going on right now in France. So if you look at all the broadcast cameras being used, they are Sony cameras. So getting back to TVs, when you're watching, whether it's a large sporting event, it's probably a Sony camera that is filming it. Exactly what Jaron was mentioning. If you're getting a Sony TV, we're the only TV manufacturer in the world that actually creates the content for the TVs and also creates the cameras and the color monitors that are across the world in Hollywood and in TV and in sports.
So we do it all from content creation to color grading to giving you a product that you can put in your house, in your home, and be able to enjoy it again as the creator intended for it to be seen. So
Bringing
jumping
cinema home to you.
bringing cinema home, exactly. And with bringing cinema home, if you are to purchase the X90, you're actually going to have access to Sony's Picture Core. So with that, you're actually going to get an included 5 movie credits and then a year worth of access to all of the rest of the included content. So with that, you can download the latest and greatest from Sony. I know a lot of new releases just hit. So if you already have one of these TVs and you haven't taken advantage of Sony Pictures Core, definitely go in and check it out. If you are going to get this television, definitely check out Sony Picture Core. That way you can, again, have access to included content. And it's, again, really nice content. It has the largest library of IMAX enhanced content. So you can, again, bring cinema home.
Yeah, and to reiterate, this is a free app you get with the X90L. So with the purchase of your X90L, you get the Sony's Pictures Core, and like Jaron said, you get up to 1 free year of streaming, and you get 5 free movie credits to keep forever, which is a great deal. Now, if we're talking about deals, I got another TV for you, the Bravia 3, brand new to our 2024 lineup. This TV is on sale at almost every size. I'm going to double
And it's a
check
lot of
that.
sizes, Francois.
Yeah, it's 43, 55, 65, 75, and 85 inch, and they are all on sale right now. Now, what's great about the Bravia 3, especially at this price point, this is a direct lit television. So if you look at the competitors' TVs in this price point, a lot of them, if not all of them, are going to be edge lit, meaning the lighting system in that TV is coming from the bottom of the TV or the top of the TV. Meaning, when you're watching a darker film or TV show, you're going to have a hard time seeing all the details and the contrast and whatever you're watching. The big benefit with the Bravia 3 coming in at this price point, direct lit, meaning the whole back panel is lit up with LEDs to give you better contrast the next time you're watching that darker film, movie series, or TV series.
Hey, Francois, it doesn't even have to be dark content. I mean, you can just have natural skin tones of a person on screen and it not be accurate or not be able to be controlled properly, especially when you're looking at an edge-lit television. So even if you're watching daytime TV, talk shows, the news, if you want that information to show accurately, you at least want a television that is direct lit. Again, there is no edge-lit television in the Sony lineup from the Bravia 3 and higher. So you want to go Bravia 3 to watch any content at this point, especially for the price point. Again, all of these TVs, 85-inch and smaller, are under $1,600. So the 85-inch coming in at $1,598 is a phenomenal price. And then, of course, you have the TVs in between, like the 65 coming in at $798 and the 43-inch coming in at $498 right now.
All available at a click of the link in the description down below. Brings you to our Sony Direct store, or you can purchase it at your favorite retailer. The pricing's across the board, so whether you buy from Sony Direct or one of your favorite retailers, it's going to be the same price. So go get a Bravia 3. What's great about the Bravia 3 as well is that it has Sony's best color technology, right? Our Triluminos color technology is going to give you accurate, Hollywood accurate colors when you're looking at the Hollywood film, TV show, or sporting event when you're watching sports. Again, we're on the sidelines in the broadcast department, broadcasting you these sports. So we're going to make sure that color accuracy matches the jersey you're wearing at home, then to the jersey you're watching on the screen in your living room.
Correct. And Francois, I know I mentioned processor within the X90, but this TV, the Bravia 3, actually houses what used to be our #1 processor in the 4K HDR processor X1. So a processor that used to be in our best television is now in still a really great TV, but at a much friendlier price point. So you can be rest assured that, again, that 1080p or lesser quality content is going to be upscaled to look as close to 4K as possible, because we don't water down our products. Period.
Period. Now I see some chat here going on. We got Stray Cat. Welcome back. I think I've seen you in some other live streams. We have Dean, Sony. Absolutely, Dean. What's going on? We appreciate the comment. I see a lot of you watching right now. Make sure you leave a comment. Where are you checking in from? Is this the first time you see me or Jaron and myself on live streams? And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to our Sony Electronics YouTube page, because we go live each and every month. But moving on from the Bravia 3, we got to talk about the new Bravia 7 mini LED powered by XR backlight master drive. Jaron, this is a great TV.
Which I have been trying to get you on board with mini LED, and I understand OLED is amazing. I love OLED, you love OLED, everyone loves OLED. But for me, mini LED is also a great or fantastic, phenomenal, however you want to describe it, television. And with the Bravia 7, I mean, and coming in at these price points, you have the 85-inch coming in at $29.99, so $2,999, and you have the 65-inch at $17.99. Both of those televisions, you are saving $500 off its original price point. So not only are you getting a great TV, you're getting a great price. And because of this being a mini LED and mini LED done correctly with backlight master drive, meaning you're taking a lot of zones and being able to control them even further or better than what we are currently doing in the X90. So with that, you get better contrast, you get better overall brightness. So if you're putting this TV in a brightly lit room, a dark room, or any room in between, it's going to be able to give you, again, just the best overall picture quality within this particular model.
Now, Jaron, you're absolutely correct. You are bringing me over to the mini LED side of things, because if you get to see these TV, now it's really hard to show you as we do a YouTube live stream of how accurately the blacks are in the Bravia 7. If you put this next to an OLED, it's very hard to tell the difference between which one's the OLED and which one's the mini LED. The difference is the mini LED is much brighter. So you can tell because of how bright it is, but during dark scenes, it's very, very hard to tell, because the mini LED does such a great job of, with the contrast, using our XR backlight master drive. And if you're putting this in a living room with huge windows, you know, the kids are now off to school, you get some time to watch some TV, you look in your living room, this is the perfect time to put a Bravia 7 in there, because it does really well with reflections. And the thing is I used to recommend all the time, you'd hear this from previous live streams, the X90L to all my friends and family members, because this is coming in at a great price point for the great tech. But Jaron, I've changed now. It's the Bravia 7.
And you had to, because the tech got better and the price point got better. This is, a TV that used to be a lot more expensive than it currently is. So now being able to get it at a better price point, and of course, all of the 2024 innovations put into it, the X90 is still a phenomenal purchase. And that's why we're talking about it, because it's still a great buy. It's still around for 2024. But if you want to enhance that overall picture quality experience for those movies, for your games, for your sporting events, whatever the case may be, then if you can spend a little bit more, the Bravia 7 is definitely going to take care of you from here on out.
Yeah, that's my go-to now for friends and family members, because you gotta think of this. You're gonna have this TV for the next 5, 7, 10 years. So for that price difference between the X90L to the Bravia 7, yes, it's definitely worth it, especially if it's your main TV. This is your TV, right, that it's your main watching point. Definitely spend that extra money. Get the Bravia 7, because you're getting the latest tech. And with the new mini LED at this price point, you can't go wrong with the Bravia 7. One thing I do want to talk about, all three of these TVs, is the operating system. So it's using our Google TV operating system. So it doesn't matter if you get the Bravia 3, the X90L, or the Bravia 7, it uses our Google TV. And what I love about the Google TV, because I have small children, is the parental control features. You now no longer have to be the bad guy. You can set time limits on watch times on different profiles for each kid. You can set bedtimes for each profile on different kids. You can restrict the content that they're able to watch. You can restrict applications that they're able to watch, which is a big thing for me. You can monitor
Hey,
kind of what they're doing, even if you're not in their room. And each individual in the household can have a different profile. So when I jump on, everything's curated to what I want to watch because there's so many different streaming platforms. And yes, I'm I'm subscribed to multiple different
all of
streaming
them.
platforms. Before my Google TV, I would go into an application, spend 30 minutes trying to find what to watch, and I couldn't find anything. With this, it amalgamates all of the content from each streaming platform onto your home screen, and it's curated to what you want to watch, so you can find what you want to watch faster, which I love.
Yeah, and again, being able to have everybody's profile separated that way, the cartoons, the YouTube videos, the searches that your children are doing will not show up underneath your profile. And for me, it wasn't so much finding something to watch, but it was finding what I last watched. Because again, like yourself, I'm subscribed to so many streaming services that I got, oh, what was I watching? Boom, it's all right there underneath of that umbrella. I can resume where I left off and I'm good to go. And then on top of that, you can also utilize not the recommendations, but you can utilize, let's say you have a family or friend that tells you about a great TV show. You can then pull that up on your phone, add it to your watch list, and then it's automatically populated on your television as well.
And those are some great features. And another feature that I love with Google TV is, man, adding it to your phone, right? You're out and about. I can't stress this enough because people tell me movies, TV shows that they love, and I always forget about it. But now with the Google TV, bring out my phone, add it to my watch list. It's on my TV and we're good to go. I love it.
For sure. And then last but not least, or one of the last things anyway, is the fact that this has a 4-way position stand. So if you all out there are not going to wall mount your TV, you're going to put it on your entertainment stand and you're afraid that that 85 or 75 inch TV may be too big, well, there are 4 different stand positions. One is going to be on the outside and it's going to be very flush to your entertainment stand. Then you can also have it in a raised position to accommodate one of those theater bars. You can also have it in the inside as far as it being low in profile to your entertainment stand, or of course inside raised to again accommodate that theater bar, in which we'll speak on in just a moment here.
And I was super surprised when I first started working retail of how many customers worry about the stand. So this is a great option for anybody who has a stand currently that matches their decor. They don't want to replace it. Well, now you have the option with the Bravia 7 4-way position stand to be able to suit any type of room. And yes, all the TVs we talked about are also wall mountable as well.
Of course.
Should we talk about home theater?
Yeah, dude. Let's talk about the Theater Bar 8, the Bravia Theater Bar 8, because like you like to mention, Sony and then movie studios across the world, they spend millions of dollars to create these movies, these TV shows, not so much even movies anymore. Now the TV shows are getting into the millions upon millions of dollars, right? Because we as people, we crave content and we want it faster and better. But they also spend millions and millions of dollars on audio. And if you want to, I would say, marry your Sony TV with a theater product, then look no further than the Bravia Theater Bar 8, simply because it's a great bar. And it is just a bar by itself. So I want to make sure that everyone's aware that this bar handles all of your audio needs in just the bar by itself. Of course, you can add other peripherals to it. But if you are looking for a nice clean look, then this bar is it. You get 11 speakers in this bar. You also get what they call 360 spatial sound mapping. So if you truly want to be enveloped in sound, this bar can do that. It maps out the best speaker placement virtually within your room. Even if you were to move this bar to another room, you recalibrate it and you're going to be good to go.
The best thing about this bar is you no longer have to drill holes in the ceiling or on the sides to add additional speakers with 360 spatial sound mapping technology in this bar. And this is why we call it a home theater bar, not just a sound bar, a theater bar, because this gives you the home theater like experience, bringing cinema home to you in your living room.
Hey, Francois, I have one of the older bars from us, not too old, but just a little bit older, right? And I went into, and it's still a great bar, but I went into one of my local retailers and I listened to the Theater Bar 8. And can I just say, it sounds so much better. It is so much more of an immersive experience just by itself. So if you all out there are looking for a great theater bar, this is the one for you, or at least one of the ones.
Absolutely. Because, like Jared mentioned before, Hollywood spends millions of dollars on video production, but they spend millions of dollars on sound. So, if you're getting a great TV, you need a great sound home theater bar. Let's not say sound bar, theater bar to give you that home theater like experience, to give you that cinema experience right at home in your living room. But there's a few options you can go with this home theater bar. The Theater Bar 8 is some accessories for it. Jared, do you want to tackle two of them, and I'll grab two as well?
Yes. So I know last time I gave you the big boys, right? I gave you the SW5 and the RS5s as far as rear speakers, but I'm going to take those this time. So the SW5 is a subwoofer, 300 watt subwoofer. It's amazing. It's a big beefy subwoofer. If I didn't say subwoofer, but it's a big beefy subwoofer that gives you all your low end information, and it gives it to you accurately. So if you're looking to shake the house, it can do that, but it's going to give you your low end information, how it's supposed to be delivered. And on top of that, then you have the RS5. So if you're looking for wireless rear speakers, then these can be truly wireless, as they don't even need an electrical outlet, unless of course you're charging them, because they do have a battery life expectancy up to 14 hours. So that's more than enough time to get some binge watching in for TV shows. Of course, watch a couple movies, or if you're playing video games, then you have more than enough time. And what also makes these speakers so unique is the fact that they have upward firing drivers on them. So when we talk about Dolby Atmos and DTSX and being able to hear that overhead height information, the Theater Bar 8 and these speakers are going to be able to deliver quite an impactful experience for you all out there, the viewers.
And if you have a little bit of a smaller room, or just not the budget to go all out on the SW5 and the RS5s, we also have the RS3s and the SW3. So these are just smaller in size, comparable to the larger ones that Jaron just mentioned. These are both wireless, so that you can be placed anywhere in the room. You just have to find an outlet for power on both of these units. But again, when you add some rear speakers or some extra bass, you're really getting that home theater-like experience, because now you have sounds really punching in at all angles of your room, which for me is a go-to when I'm watching a Hollywood film.
Hey, Francois, just two things that I know that we didn't mention with the Bravia 7 and then jumping into the Theater Bar 8. And that's Voice Zoom 3. So that's something that we definitely want to make note of for the consumers out there that, again, are thinking about a TV, thinking about a home theater solution. With Voice Zoom 3, you don't have to play the game of turning the volume up when someone's speaking and then turn it down once the action starts happening, because you can get Voice Zoom 3, which is going to give you an artificial intelligence mapping of the sound and where it's coming from, and be able to deliver it to you clearly and, again, impactful.
So next time you're watching that sporting event, you're going to be able to hear the announcer clearly. The next time you're watching a TV show, you no longer have to fight over the remote or have someone yelling, turn that down when an action scene happens, because you had to turn it up because you couldn't hear the voice of the actor speaking. You no longer have that issue with this Voice Zoom 3. And it really, really definitely impacts the way you watch your movies, TV shows, and even regular cable.
For sure. And Francois, the last thing I want to talk about in regards to our new TVs as well as our new home theater products is the fact that they can be added to the Bravia Connect app. So if you download the Bravia Connect app on your cellular device, you'll be able to control these different pieces of entertainment in your home seamlessly and easily and make adjustments. It's a great tool to utilize. So make sure that you all out there, if you're buying any of these products, to download it and make use of it.
I mean, what's better than controlling your entire home theater system right from your cell phone? I mean, I know me, I always have my cell phone with me. So all I got to do is turn on the TV and I can adjust the volume and do everything right from the comfort of my couch with my cell phone.
E-
Don't have to run
exactly that,
around
Francis.
looking for the remote that the kids have probably lost.
Exactly that. Because 9 times out of 10, probably 10 times out of 10, that cell phone is close by to all of us now. Not just me, not just you all out there, but all of us. And the remote, maybe we can find it, maybe we can't. So that's just another alternative to be able to utilize some of the great features that are built into these products.
So we spent some time on TV. We spent some time on Soundbar. Home theater bar. If you're just joining us right now, my name's Francois. I'm with Jaron. We're two Sony experts that work for Sony, and you've joined us on our Sony Electronics live stream. Make sure, if you haven't already, subscribe to our Sony Electronics YouTube page because we go live each and every month, and we are live. So if you have any questions, make sure you throw it in the chat. We're going to try and reach all the questions today. So if you have any questions, let us know. We'd love to help you out with your future tech or your future purchase. And talk about purchasing. If you're interested in purchasing any of the products we talk about today, click the link in the description down below. That's going to bring you to our Sony direct consumer site. So you're going to be able to purchase that product, or you can find all these products at your favorite retailer for the same great price because we are on our back to school savings. I'll talk about back to school. Jaron, let's go into portable audio. We got some great
Let's talk about some portable
gifts.
audio.
We
do. And so this is for either yourself or the student that you're sending back to school or to school. And it's the alt-field one. So I have it right here behind me. I'm so glad that I got this a few live streams ago. I begged and pleaded for Father's Day. Here it is. So now, again, you all out there can send this with your student. It comes in 4 different colors. So you have the orange, you have a forest gray, you have an off-white, and you have black. What makes this speaker so special, not only is it lightweight and portable, it has a nice carrying strap here on the back, but more importantly, it has the alt button. When you press this button, you're going to boost your bass response, which just means you're going to really get the party going after you press that button. And the nice thing about it, if you don't want that happening, then you press it again and it'll turn off. You also get a lot of battery life on this particular speaker, and it's up to 12 hours, which again is a really long amount of time for music listening.
And the best thing I like about the alt-field one is it is rust-proof, dust-proof, and waterproof. So you can bring this with you to the pool, the hot tub, the beach, golf cart, toss it in there. And if you're forgetful like me, you forget it in the backyard overnight, you don't have to worry about the speaker rusting out because of its durability is fantastic.
Francois, it's 2 more proofs. It's 1 shock proof, and like I always like to say, life proof.
Life proof. I love it. Now we got some comments here in the chat. We got Stray Cat, the presenter on the right, looks like Leon Edwards from the UFC. At first, I thought it was him. That's awesome. Jaron, I have not seen him, but the next time you watch, look at the broadcast cameras. They're all going to be Sony cameras. And then we got Simon here. When is Sony coming back to Italy with Xperia? So right now, this is a North American stream. So unfortunately, you're going to have to check the Sony.com website and pick your region to find out more details about Sony products in your region. We are Sony Electronics, and we're talking on the North American side. So any pricing we do talk about, this is pricing in the United States. So just so everyone at home knows, anytime we do mention pricing, this is prices in the US.
Yes.
And we are live. Right. So if you have any more questions, make sure you throw them in the chat. I see we got a couple people watching. Let us know where you're checking in from. If it's your first time watching, we'd love to hear from you.
For sure. And Francois, I know we talked about the alt-field one, and of course, we like big speakers. So let's go ahead and jump right into the next speaker being the XV900 and tell the viewers out there why it's a great speaker, not only because it's a big speaker, but because there are a couple different features in this thing that will, again, really get the party going. And one, I'll start off with the fact that it has a microphone input and a guitar input on the back, meaning if you want to start some karaoke, or you're just trying to listen to your tunes a little bit louder, or you want to hear your voice a little bit louder, then you can plug those devices in, and you'll be good to go.
Hey, look, Jaron, we got NFL starting up. We got college football starting up.
We do.
We got back to school coming. That means back to school parties are going to be going on. Now, if you want to be the life of the party, you want to be the life of that tailgate, the XV900 is the speaker to do it, because to my surprise, when I first heard this, it sounded amazing. Now, I wasn't surprised on that end.
I was about to say, were you really surprised?
Product. No, it's a Sony product, so I know it's going to sound good. My surprise was it's wireless, up to 25 hours of battery life. So you can bring this speaker with you. It has wheels, so you can roll it to your next party and become the life of the party, because it has omnidirectional speakers, which means anybody in the room is going to be able to hear it from 360 degrees. Also has omnidirectional party lights, so you can be the life of the party. And if you throw this in the backyard barbecue or the tailgate or the party, people are going to be able to hear you all around. And another great feature is you can connect up to 100 of these together. So if you really want to make an impact, you can get 1, 2, 3, or 4 of these, connect them all together, and really have a party going on. They're $100 off right now.
Yes, which is a great price. And I don't think I mentioned the price point of the Altfield one, but that is coming in at $98, just to touch on that last speaker that we spoke on. But this speaker, Francois, again, that 24 hours of battery, or up to 25 hours of battery life, means that you can really either go late into the night or early into the morning. It's completely your choice. But then with that, it doesn't just do well for music and your karaoke, but let's say you're going over that friend's or family member's house that has a TV with no audio, like the audio just isn't great. You can actually connect a optical cable from the back of that television, as long as it has one, into the back of this XV900 and be able to get that audio from the speaker versus the TV speakers, which will give a better overall experience. And for myself, I actually just recently did this, and that speaker sounds great for TV content and movies alike.
Yeah, the XV90 is the XV900. This is how you know we're live. Sorry, we've been going live all day here on multiple different platforms. But the XV900 is a great party speaker. If you're looking for one of the best party speakers, in my opinion, on the market today, the XV900 is the one for you.
It's versatile. I mean, even so much so that it has wheels.
Oh, it has wheels. You can bring it with you. Let's move on to headphones for those going back to school, maybe going back to work. I know a lot of remote work is now back in the office. So whether you're going back to school or going back to work, the WH-1000XM5s is the industry-leading noise canceling headphone on the market today. So if you're looking for that headphone that you can cancel out all the surrounding sound around you, the WH-1000XM5s is definitely the headphone for you, because it is on sale, $70 off. Yes, Jaron.
Outside of it being, or housing the industry-leading noise canceling technology, can I just tell you how comfortable these headphones are? I don't have a pair myself, but I have tried them on several times, and I absolutely love how comfortable they are. They're lightweight. The ear cushions basically just melt onto your head. It feels like you don't even notice that they're there. So that is something that I'm sure, if you're wearing them as a student or someone that is just traveling around, you will definitely be pleasantly surprised of the fit and feel of these headphones.
And with up to 30 hours of battery life, you can definitely travel around the world with these.
Hey, Francois.
Fantastic. And yeah.
Your favorite dealing with battery life, quick charge, right? So with these, you charge them for 3 minutes. 3 minutes, you get 3 hours. So if you all out there, any one of you all out there, maybe I'm looking at you, you don't charge your devices like Francois, or you just, you forget. There's limited amount of time. There's a whole lot going on in your day-to-day life, especially when school starts back up. Oh my goodness. plug it in for 3 hours or 3 minutes, and you're going to get up to 3 hours of battery life back on those headphones. So that's more than enough time to listen to a lecture, listen to some music while you're finishing your notes or doing your homework. So again, there's that, and it's amazing.
There's limited amount in my defense, because it has up to 30 hours of battery life, I use it for a couple hours a day. I completely forget when the last time I charged it. So this is perfect when you are traveling, you get to the airport, they do die. A 3-minute charge while you're waiting in line to board that plane or that public transit that you're using. You just plug it in, 3 minutes will give you 3 hours, fly you halfway across the country with noise canceling enabled and on and working, so you don't have to hear the surrounding noise around.
Hey, Francois. Dan is telling on you right now. He's saying it's true. He does not charge his stuff. Yep. So it looks like we are running into some technical difficulties, but no worries. I will continue to stream live until I'm told not to. So right now you have to look at my mug, and I hope you enjoy it. We don't know. We'll see. So I know we just talked about the WH-1000XM5s and how amazing they are with their battery life. And it looks like Dan from Sony shouted out, it's true, he doesn't like to charge his stuff. So thank you, Dan, for throwing Francois under the bus. I'm sure he'll definitely appreciate that when he comes back. But now let's talk about the LinkBuds S. So if we can get some B-roll on the screen, the LinkBuds S are a phenomenal overall pair of in-ear buds. So I actually have them and I'm utilizing them right now. They do allow for noise canceling, which of course, Sony's industry leading in that regard. So if you're trying to block out noise, then the LinkBuds S are going to be great for that. And on top of that, they are ultra small and lightweight. So again, unless I turn my head to the side, you probably didn't realize that I had them in my ear. So they're pretty discreet. And then with these, not to go off on a tangent, but you also get multi-point connection. So if you're going back to school or you're sending someone back to school with these headphones, you can connect them to your laptop, you can connect them to your mobile device and be able to switch in between both devices because of the multi-point connection, which hopefully you all out there find useful. Again, drop some information in the chat. Let us know where you're tuning in from. If any of these devices or electronic products that we've talked about thus far are of interest, if you've added some of them from the link below into your cart already, let us know, and we greatly appreciate you tuning in. But just to touch on one last thing with the LinkBuds S, you do get up to 6. Awesome. I'm hearing in my ear and I'm seeing on my screen that Francois has decided to come back. He didn't want to leave me, and I appreciate that. Francois, I tried to hold it down as much as possible while you were gone. I was going to go the whole way with it, but I'm glad that you came back.
Hey, so yeah, Dan was right in the chat. I don't charge my stuff. My camera died. I had to.
There we go. There we go.
There we go. This is how you know we are live. So if you do have any questions about any of the products we are talking about today, thanks so much for covering for me there, Jaron, taking the lead on that.
Problem.
But we are live. So if you have any questions, put it in the chat, and any of the devices or any of the products we're talking about today, you can find the link in the description down below to our Sony Direct.
Hey, Francois. Have you mentioned to the engineers that you want to see a quick charge on our cameras?
Yeah, I need that, right? I need that.
So I already talked about the LinkBuds S. If there's anything else that you want to go over the LinkBuds S, I talked about the multi-point connection. I talked about how, light and small that they are, so they fit really nice into the ear canal. I also talked about the long battery life and things like that. If there's nothing else there, then I'll let you talk about the float runs if you want to.
You know what?
If not,
I think let's just jump straight to cameras. Let's talk about the A7 IV. Okay. Straight to cameras. All right. Well, yeah, we have a lot of great deals, but we don't want to take too much of your time. So let's grab the Sony cameras that we're talking about. One of my favorites, the A7 IV. The A7 IV is on sale right now, the body and the kit. So this is the perfect back to school kind of camera for anybody looking into going into professional photography, professional videography. This is really the camera that really elevates you to the next level. The price point can tell you that because this is an up there in price, don't worry, because we do have other cameras at a better price point. But this is getting into that professional era. You're going to see this at sporting events. You're going to see this camera at weddings. You're going to see this camera in wildlife photography, because this is an E-mount lens. We have over 70 lenses for this camera. And really with this autofocus mode, recording in 4K. And I know Jaron has a ton to say about this camera as well.
For sure. And when talking about recording in 4K, my favorite thing to talk about and give to the viewers out there is the fact that it doesn't do any pixel binning. And that just means that all of your readout is going to be there for you to utilize and play around with yourself. You don't have to worry about it getting rid of information that you would want to utilize, unlike our competitive cameras that are out there. And then on top of that, you do have the 5-axis in-body stabilization. So if you are, again, new to recording with a camera, and I'm not talking about your camera phone, I'm talking about an actual camera, then this is going to make sure that you have a steadier hand than you may actually have, which is a great feature all by itself. And that's one of the features that I absolutely love and utilize. And I'm sure Francois does as well.
Absolutely. And with this, if you're talking about film, you can film in S Cinetone, you can film in HLG, you can film in S-Log3. Now, that might mean nothing to the regular consumer out there, but anybody that is taking film or wanting to start in content creation or videography, those are all different film modes that you can film in to really give you that cinematic look on your next kind of content creation, commercial, or maybe movie that you're going to produce.
For sure. And just really quickly, because I know with the A7 IV, you also have the real-time eye autofocus. Did you talk about the
Yes.
Did you talk about the eye autofocus?
No.
Okay. So
you want to grab it?
with that, of course, it's not only human eye autofocus, but you also have animal eye autofocus. And then to take it a step further, because we do have bird lovers out there and bird viewers. And if you want to utilize this camera to capture those amazing creatures, then it's also bird eye autofocus. And of course, if we can get the eye in focus, then the rest of the body or information that you're taking a photo or video of is going to be in focus. And that's what this camera captures really, really well.
And I know cameras can be a little intimidating because there's so many different settings, so many different menus. What's great about the A7 IV is you can put it on auto mode and it can take any amateur photographer and really bring him into professional photography, because the camera itself does all of the work, and you're going to be booking photo shoots or video shoots constantly because of how good this camera is. And what it does. Or if you just want to kind of elevate your content creation, this is a great camera for back to school, or maybe those who have always wanted to get into photography or videography but haven't made the leap yet. Now is the time, because it's $200 off the body and it's $200 off the kit. And the difference between both of those, the body does not come with a lens, and the kit comes with a lens, so you can start shooting and filming right out of the box. So it depends. If you already have lenses, well, you can just go with the body. But if you don't, I recommend the kit, because you're going to get that at the best price with $200 off.
And Francois, even if they don't have lenses already, let's say that this is their first camera starting out, they have over 70 plus native lenses that they can attach to this camera. So if you're someone and you're like, well, you know, what lens do I want? Which lens do I go with? Then definitely check out some of the other YouTube videos that we have on our cameras and on our lenses. But again, you have over 70 plus native lenses that you can try out.
And I get it. Not everyone's going to be at this price point of camera, and it might not be ideal for a lot of the students going back to school. I know a lot of fees
or the parents
going on,
sending their kids back to school,
or the parents sending the kids back to school. We got another camera option that is a great introductory to photography and videography, and that is the ZV-E10, because it also has an E-mount lens system. So you can grow your lenses. What they say is you marry your lenses and you date your body, because the body of the camera, you know what? You upgrade it with the lenses. We have over 70 lenses that you can take with you to your next camera. So you start with the ZV-E10. It's saving $100 off the body right now, and that's at $598 right now. You can start your photography and videography or content creation, get a bunch of different lenses to try out, and then when you're ready to move up to the A7 IV, you can do
You
that.
can. Exactly. And that's why, again, you date the body and you marry the lenses, because your lenses you're going to keep forever. The bodies, they're always interchangeable. However, with this particular ZVE10, you definitely want to think about it if you're looking to do video streaming like we are currently doing, because it is simple and easy to use. All you need is a USB all you need is a USB-C to go into your camera and then USB into your PC. And within the menu settings, it's one push of a button and you're good to go. It's not complicated. You don't need additional software. It looks really good. Again, you can change the lenses out to create the look and feel for your live stream that you want, and your viewers will be happy on the other end. And that's what we all want, right?
Absolutely, at the end of the day. And then we also have another camera that, so there's, in life, there's always the good, better, and best. But I don't want to kind of categorize these cameras as good, better, and best, because they all have different utility. So the ZV-1 Mark II is the camera we're going to talk about next. And this is a really compact camera that has the lens built into it. It's compact enough that you can fit it into your pocket, your purse, your backpack, your travel bag. You can bring it on the go. And this is a really small camera that's perfect for traveling, perfect on the go. And it has three kind of features that pair up with the ZVE10 that I really want to talk about. Number one, product showcase mode. So product showcase mode, you're going to be able to hold products up to the camera. So if you're getting into content creation, one of these cameras are perfect for you. You hold up the product. There's no longer putting your hand behind the product, as you can see some content creators do, because what it's going to do when you hold the product up, it's going to take focus onto the product itself. And when you take the product away, it's going to focus in on you, the content creator, so you can be more engaging with your audience. Jaron, any other product features? I know there's three of them that I really like.
Oh, come on, man.
One. I named one.
It's the background. It's the background to focusing button. I mean, that is probably my favorite, or at least one of my favorites. There are a lot of different features, but the background to focusing button allows you to press that button and blur your background. So now you can be the focal point. You can stand out if you don't want the information that's behind you to overshadow you sometimes. And what's different with this versus it being in your camera phone, which isn't bad, but it's definitely not amazing, is the fact that it's doing it digitally in your camera phone versus here, where you're actually relying on the camera, the sensor size, the lens, and all of those things to work together to create a nice buttery smooth background or bokeh back there.
And talk about usability. All these features that we're mentioning is very accessible and easy to use. It's one click of the button. It completely blurs out your background. So if you're on the go, dinner, lunch, traveling, a lot of people in the background, you want to focus in on you and your loved ones or friends that you're with, one click of a button blurs out the background, focuses in on the subjects, which is really a game changer on the ZVE10 and on the ZV-1 too.
And then last feature I want to talk about,
the last one.
The last one you want to talk about is the soft skin effect.
Available on all three of these cameras.
We like to call the makeup without needing makeup. You know, you turn on the soft skin effect, even if you just rolled out of bed, whatever the case may be. You have a couple blemishes, bags under your eyes, whatever it is. It's going to help smoothen that information out so that you look even more presentable than you already are. You know, and basically, and you're seeing it in the on the B-roll there. It looked like it went away.
Yeah.
Yep. You're seeing it on the B-roll. So if you want to be able to have that look and feel of, you know, I just woke up or just applied makeup, then the soft skin effect is definitely for you.
Absolutely. Stand out in your next business meeting, next school conference call, next live stream, next time you do content creation. Soft skin effect can help everyone out. Make it look good, even if you just rolled out of bed and you're not ready to go. So those are kind of three features to kind of sum up these cameras. And now that kind of wraps us up. We talked about TVs. We talked about home theater bars, wireless speakers, headphones, earbuds, cameras, perfect for everyone for back to school. So make sure you click the link in the description down below. You can get them shipped to your house just in time for school to start. A little sad summer is halfway done, but since summer's almost over, you got to get these products for back to school.
Hey, Francois, I hate to throw a monkey wrench into the whole thing, but I do want to talk about, before we end, a little bit about the over-the-counter hearing aids.
Yeah, absolutely.
Reason being is because a lot of viewers out there may think that hearing aids are just for older people or old people, and it's really not. If you are sitting in that class and you are hard of hearing the teacher, not just because they're talking softly, but because you're just really having a hard time, these over-the-counter hearing aids are good for anybody, young and old. And with the designs that Sony has come out with, I mean, the CRE E10s, they look like earbuds. So if you want to be discreet about the hearing that you're having or lack thereof, then these will fit nice and snug into your ear. It'll, again, look like an earbud and allow you to be able to hear better, because what is great audio if you're not able to hear it? So if you get this home theater bar, or you have one of our fantastic TVs, you have maybe a pair of our over-the-ear headphones, and you can't hear it as well as you like, definitely check out our over-the-counter hearing aids. And then with the CRE E10s, you also get a rechargeable case, so it allows you just to recharge them on the go. You have great battery life. But then jumping into the CRE C10s, those fit down into your ear canal and basically are even more discreet, but again, will allow you to hear the information that you have been either missing out on or that is just necessary for you to hear.
And the CRE E10s are $999. You can save $300. And the CRE C10s are $799, saving $200. And the best thing about this is if you go Sony.com, there's an actual online hearing test you can try out just to see if you need a little extra help in the classroom to hear the presenter at the front of the classroom. And the best thing about these is our return policy, because we really want to find the best fit for you, for your hearing. So up to 45 days, you can return this product, because we want to find the best solution for you to listen to the world the way you're supposed to.
Exactly. So that's it. And, that's all I wanted to get out there. So thank you all for tuning in. Francois, as always, I had a great time talking with you today and getting information out to the viewers. Close us on out, sir.
Well, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to our Sony Electronics YouTube page, because Jaron and myself, we go live each and every month. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you give us a like. Mention us in the comments. We'll come back and look over them, and we'll make sure we get to your questions. But that's it for us. I've been Francois from Sony, and we'll see you
Jaron from Sony.
next YouTube live stream. Peace.